I have no pants.
Okay, that's a wonderful way to start this.
Well, here we are playing some Borderlands. We're loading up a game. Oh, there's a homosexual.
Yeah, no, it's a bit different from Call of Duty, but we're like, you know how it is with people like in playing games. They want to switch it up a bit. So we're gonna do a series on Borderlands, and
we're playing all the games.
So also, the reason why we're doing this is because we're doing this recording a little bit like later than normal because I have to go to church tomorrow, and then I'm also doing plans after that, so I won't really have time to record. So we're doing this at die. Oh, there are people here. Hold up, I got this. I got this. Don't worry about it.
Hold up. You got what? Oh shit, I may have... Oh. Did you try to steal my kill?
No.
Yes.
No proof.
I know you think I'm retarded, but hell.
I don't think. I know.
Oh, I just stole sniper ammo.
See, looks like we're both D-bags. Does it change anything? No. Best aim of all time.
What? Oh, I got it.
Aww.
I thought you stole it. I was like, what the fuck, man?
What the fuck, man? Oh, isn't this where I help out?
Zed.
Yeah. I almost called him the other one.
Ned?
Yeah, Dr. Ned.
I think they're all the same person. I think that's actually a gag in the series.
You know what they do? If someone's shooting at you, charge straight at them with the sniper rifle. They're not getting back up.
I finally did it.
Let me in. You have to pay for that stuff. So stupid.
No, you... Oops, I've got 5 gold.
Open it.
No.
Oh, you little bitch.
Whatever's
Are you gonna save it for a second?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. Or when we need better equipment, because that whenever I open it, it'll be whatever level we are. The items that gives us. So.
Ooh. Got nothing better to do. Shut the fuck up.
I'm just mashing the square button. Shut up. Dear God. All I want to do is open the door.
Oh yeah. Look at that sexy, sexy beast.
You want to know what the worst part is? The man's not even physically in the third game.
You now have to do more work.
Good. And that's what I pay you for.
You don't pay me.
I pay you with love.
I want that. Oh my gosh.
That's probably one of the gayest things I've ever said.
Oh, we're killing this SOB right now. Yeah.
Now we gotta wait for my thing to recharge, unless you want to go face him right now.
Yeah, why not? We got nothing better to do.
Oh, we're gonna die. You ready to get murked by his dogs? Because those are more deadly than he is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a tooth. Oh, let's get to it.
Come for that ass, boy. Spray him head on. Oh, that's a lovely gun you got there. I'm gonna take it.
Oh, dogs. Don't forget you got grenades. Just a wobble. So get down there and diamond. Just exit and come back, you know.
No one saw that. Digit, where's Digit? Oh wow, that's quite a bit of ways.
Got up!
Oh, nice, well done. Don't kill the bitch without all you. Oh.
You and I'm done. No, I don't want to die.
You don't get a choice, faggot!
Now we must take out these guys.
They killed him.
Oh, you bitch. Okay, so, how these names were given on by us. This man right here, he hobo,
I look like I'm homeless.
and he walks to work every day.
I smell like I'm homeless. I probably act like I'm homeless.
He is homeless.
I live in a cardboard box outside their house.
Yeah, and we only let him in whenever it's time to eat. We only give him dog food. And I'm the suit because I'm pretty much in my high school.
You're a loan shark.
In my high school, I ran a how do I put this?
You should tell some of your stories.
You know the mafia, pretty much.
You fucking ran a fucking underground monster running room at your school.
Yeah, pretty much. Or I sold monsters, but what I would do is sometimes I would do credit for the people that I believed I could trust. And one time, this guy I thought I could trust, he let's just say didn't pay back in time. So what I did was I knew he had the money too, because he was just explaining to his friends as I was walking by them in the hallways about how he just got his paycheck from work. So I knew he had money, and that during lunch I asked him, hey, are you going to pay me back? And he's just like, sorry man, I don't have the money now. Which was a huge mistake, because I ended up...
You need to go down the sniper route, no nuts.
Okay, I'm going to choose a revolver. So what I did was...
Have a revolver.
Yeah, I do. I have a revolver route.
You don't have a revolver.
I don't give a shit. So anyways,
Yeah, before I rudely interrupted you.
yes. He didn't pay back, and he said he didn't have the money, even though I know he did. So I got a friend, not gonna say his name, and I had him go beat the kid up and take my money. So that's a lesson to be learned. If you loan something from me, you best believe you're gonna get that shit. I'm gonna get that shit, whether you like it or not.
Do you have any like stories from from going to high school that you want to tell?
Want to tell or afraid to tell? There's a big difference.
Fucking tell a funny story from high school, or I will harm you.
Okay, so
Okay. I just thought one.
this one's gonna be in the scene of my geometry class. Crash. Yeah, we're gonna do a crash course on geometry right here, right now. 2 + 2 = 8. So
2 + 2 equals very clenched sphincter.
Yep. So I'm sitting there in my geometry class, and the way it is down here is that I was taught most of this stuff like 3 years ago, so I had a huge advantage when I moved down here, and I was pretty worried because when they said the state before when we first moved here, they were
Ooh, I almost haven't.
they had lower test scores than the one here. So we're sitting there worrying the crap out of stuff, and what we did was...
Do you have any way of getting here? Well, can I trade with you?
Okay, so...
Hit O. Oh. Then go up and just hit use. It has more work. Oh, up one.
There we go. Okay, so...
Come over to me.
As I was saying...
Can I trade with you?
No.
So holding.
As I was saying, the school system, it's said to be here that they were much higher rated. So I was a bit worried that I wouldn't be caught up with kids. But when I got here,
Maybe
I
it's higher
learned...
rated because they're taught things much later. I need the stuff to go sell.
So what I learned here is that I'm 3 years ahead of everybody. So in my geometry class, I'm learning stuff that I learned a long time ago. So I'm sitting there enjoying class, and to be honest, my class was the dumbest one out of all 5 of them.
I'm gonna sell a lot.
And what we ended up doing was every week, at the end of the week, we would always take a test, kind of like a normal math class. And at the end of that week, we took a test, and we got the lowest test average he has ever had while teaching. a 63% for test averages. That is really low. And I knew I didn't do bad on it because I had 100 on every single test that I've had. So...
Do you have anything that we could sell on you right now?
I think so. So, what I'm sitting there doing is, when he was yelling at the class, I was sitting there
Oh, I've
smiling,
got enough.
you know? Because I was known as the smart one in the class. So I'm sitting there smiling and stuff. And how the class was situated was, in the top right of the class was the jocks, and here, the jocks are the baseball players. Football players really don't get credit, and you barely hear anything about basketball players.
It's because basketball's fucking stupid.
The top left was the gothic kids, the ones that were like, oh, so hardcore, amiibo,
Mom, it's not a phase.
And
It's not a phase, Mom.
the back right class was all the plastics, and for those of you who don't know what plastics are, they're pretty much all the
preppy kids.
the kids that would wear makeup and stuff and put on way too much makeup.
They put on enough makeup that they're considered fake, okay? Like their face is mostly makeup.
Yeah. And in the back left was the dumb kids.
What about the rich kids? Where are they?
On the plastics. So, what we're doing is where I would sit in the middle, you know, just because I really didn't care where I'd sit. I would just hang around generally everybody, and I would help them out if they needed help.
He'd do whatever the hell he wants. So.
Pretty much, yeah, I'd do whatever the hell I wanted in that class. I would always sleep and stuff like that. Which isn't really good, but, you know, when you learn the stuff already and you can do the homework assignment in 5 minutes, even though it takes the rest of the class an hour to do, you can't really blame me.
Ouch. Come here, Skag.
So, we're sitting there and taking a test and all that. Got the lowest score, and the teacher yells at this kid. Because he's smiling, he's laughing about how the scores and stuff. Because he thought he got a good grade. And by the way, no one got their grades back yet. So he's sitting there thinking he had a very good grade. And the teacher looked at him and said, I don't know why you're smiling. You really didn't get a good score. So
I broke the game.
Oof. So what we ended up doing was... We laughed. It was funny. He called out the kid. And I'm sitting there smiling.
Didn't he say something like, why you smile? Your grades were one of the lowest or something like that. And the kid got really butthurt.
He wasn't butthurt about that. What he got butthurt about was the fact that I was smiling too, and he asked the teacher, then why aren't you yelling at him for smiling? Because I'm sitting there like trying not to laugh my ass off, because that is the lowest test average score I have ever fucking heard of. So I'm sitting there trying to not die of laughter, and the kid calls me out, and he's just like, why aren't you yelling at him then for doing that, for smiling? And he said, because that kid right there has gotten 100 on literally every single assignment I have signed throughout the entire year.
Yeah. You are like the only reason your class average was like below 50%.
Yeah, pretty much me and this other girl, we were the only ones that kept the class average above 50. So, yeah, and kids would always come to me and they would ask for help, and I would say my tutoring cost a little pricey, you know, it's a bit of ice cream from the cafeteria and like $5, because you know me, this brain ain't cheap.
Well, let's go fight him. He's up here.
So yeah, and
fight me, coward.
That's pretty much all the story I got right now.
Come on, let's beat the shit out. He's running from him. He's a bitch.
Yeah, that's the story for that class.
I'm very dead.
Killed a skag or something.
What is going on?
Explosions.
Everything's dying.
Oh.
I can't find a skag. Oh, there's one right there.
He's kind of attacking me, so. So yeah, that's pretty much one story. I'll tell you guys one more in a little bit after this boss fight. Booga booga.
Have I ever told you the story about the teacher who had a vendetta against me?
Well, I believe you have, but not them. So go ahead.
I had this one teacher when I was in 3rd grade, and they put us in these things that they called buddy seats.
Oh God.
And I got...
Oh, that's a sniper.
That's my name.
Damn you.
I got put in the fucking buddy seat after this one kid was there, and he was like having an aneurysm. The kid fucking ripped part of the billboard off the wall. And the kid rips part of this, like, the bulletin board off the wall. You know what those are, right?
Yeah.
Those, like, fucking pegboards or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, those things that you, like, stick needles into.
Yeah, she had one of those right next to the buddy seat, and the kid ripped it off the wall.
Oh.
And then I got stuck there right after him, and after this, I swear she knew he did it, but then she comes over there after I was asleep! I was sleeping! And she comes over and looks at wakes me up and is like, why'd you rip that off the wall? I was like, I was asleep. What are you talking about? And we got in an argument. This bitch went and called my parents over it. I got yelled at by Trina because she thought I ripped a fucking bulletin board off the wall. Fucking bitch. I hate you. Suck on my caca.
Okay then. So, now that skag fight's over and we're heading back.
That dumpster fire of a fucking... Oh, there's no jokes. It's only you and me trying, not to die.
Yep. So, I'll tell you one more story from high school. I'll save like 2 for each video, I guess.
High school story.
Everybody, welcome back to high school story time. With your host, Walter, in the faggot Alex. So,
if anyone's the faggot, it's you.
Shut up. So, when I first started my
You're the one
underground soda business, what I would do was...
I'm pretty sure Walter
I would...
guzzling cocks.
Shut up. So what I would do was I would
you have like a
buy sodas, okay, and then sell them for like $1 because if you do the math, $12.
You know you have a skill point to spend.
Yeah, I know.
And spend it.
I'm not spending it right now. I got shit to do. I'm telling a story. So
you can spend it while telling the story.
We're sitting there, having a good time, and what I would do to get my sodas and stuff at first was I would sell them for $1. 12 cans in a box is 12 cans in a box, $12 because I'd sell one for $1 each, and that would mean I would be able to buy 2 more cases after selling one. So anyways, I'm sitting there, and I'm selling my sodas, and one day when I decided to close down shop for a little bit, this girl comes up, and I had my own personal soda set aside for me.
Oh, that's weird.
And this, girl from the plastics, group in my class, my geometry class I was just telling you about, she came over and
she's
grabbed...
one of those girls who think she can take whatever she
wants.
Use your skills.
So she came over and grabbed my soda, and I'm just like, hold up. I didn't even know what was happening. I was talking to my friends while looking away, and she came over and grabbed it, and my friend's like, bro, she just straight up came over here and just stole your shit. What are you gonna do? So I get up and I chase after her, and I have to go across the lunchroom to do this. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, yo, you can't do that. And she's just like, why not? And I'm like, because you gotta pay for it. And she's just like, can you please just let me have it? I'm like, do you have money? And she's like, no. I'm like, well then no. Come arrest me. And
there's bonehead shooting.
So I'm sitting, she's kind of mad and stuff, and I'm going, well, that's tough luck, you can't have it. And she got mad, she walked away, and my friend's just like, so that just happened? I'm like, yeah, it did. And keep in mind, that was really weird. That never happened to me before. So I'm sitting there, I'm like...
Some girl thought your property was hers and took it?
Yeah, so I'm just sitting there, I'm going, that was so weird. And then when we go into the geometry classroom, she's looking at me as if I stole her fucking toe or something. Like I just went up and robbed that from her.
No, like what it is it that's like the gag of the channel. It is a Filthy Frank clone channel.
Ah.
So the characters, like, you know how Doctor Who in every season the person who plays the character changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing with Frank is apparently he reincarnates like the Doctor. So. Like in the first episode, right after it picks up right after that one dude just dies. Like after Frank dies and falls into that hole and fucking falls into oblivion. So, and then he like he practically spawns back in like a Call of Duty character. He's just like the first thing the man does is grab his pants and look down there and says, "God damn it, it's so small." Oh yeah, we are most definitely going to lose this fight. Why are we here? Walter ran here, that's why.
Yes.
You fucking idiot!
I feel great. I feel good.
I can't. I actually
use me as a human shield.
You can get up and kill him. That's your job. Work, faggot.
Oh yeah.
What is going on?
I'm trying to take pot shots at him.
No, I have. Apparently, I died.
What?
Oh, I killed the dude in the barrel next to.
I'm on my way. I got spawned closer.
Oh, this shotgun actually hurts him. Oh yeah, because you spawn. Yeah, you don't make it spawn. And if the midgets and shit respawn at the door, that means you failed. Oh, they didn't.
Ah!
Yeah, you did fail though. You see how the red dots vanished?
Yeah.
Oh no, you didn't.
Aha!
His health is regenerating though, so why doesn't he fucking burn to a shot? There, tack. Good. This is when you wish you had grenades.
What is his aim now?
Oh, sometimes he'll fucking be dead on. And then sometimes he fucking can't hit the broadside of the gun. Yeah, you just do that for a bit.
I don't know why, but you're right. His thing is like that. He is dead on sometimes. Bullshit. I'm just
Come on, move! Yeah, I'm practically immortal at home like this, so.
Keep your cursor on his head. I hate how he moves around so much. Like, he needs to stop. Okay, bitch boy.
Ooh, that one looked like it hurt.
It's time
Bird, go!
for another pound of
I'm just like firing shotgun pellets. Some will hit him. Some won't. Eventually, I'll get shells up above it. Like I said, I had to be accurate with everything.
The worst thing is that his shield regenerates faster than mine does.
Oh yes. We were just like constantly lighting him on fire. As long as he stays on fire, his shield can't regenerate though, so push. Just die and come back, I'll be fine. There is actually, if you go back on the way in, My dude's really when I'm crouching back down. There's like that gate over there that you can actually jump over and shoot at him from. Oh, if I lit him on fire,
Activate your ability just.
He's dead. Boosh! Killed him.
Yeah, we better get a fuck ton of XP for that.
Oh, you leveled up and. Ooh, yes, I'll be taking that.
Bone Shredder.
It's only level 3 though. But it's one of the best weapons in the game.
Can you use that all the way up to like the end game?
Yeah.
Really? That's all that was in there?
The money, it gives us a fuck ton of cash though. Man, we have 3,000. You have $5,000. You know that?
I do, but
use your skill point. That's for a different quest later on. You know that's a waste of your time spreading them out like that.
yeah, no.
You should focus on one tree and start filling it. No, not with that done. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs, guess what?
Okay, thank you for watching, ladies and
We've got
gentlemen.
some shit to do.
Goodbye.
We're gonna end this with a bang, boyos. Oh fuck yes, boyos.
Oh shit, we're going into the future.